Welcome Aquarius to your Supermoon reading. The Supermoon will take place on the 7th of October. It is also known as the Harvest Moon. This moon rises at its closest point to Earth, appearing larger and brighter than usual, and many feel its energy as an amplifier for intuition, emotion, and transformation. The October supermoon invites us to pause and reflect on the year's journey, honoring the lessons we've learned and the growth we've achieved. It also encourages gentle release of what no longer supports our highest path, making room for new opportunities and blessings. As this brilliant light fills the sky, it heightens inner wisdom and strengthens the connection to spiritual guidance. You will be able to feel the supermoon energy for at least a week before and a week after the supermoon date. Aquarius, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm going to start off over here with why, and I am just going to get your clarifiers. Right, so let us see now what why is all about for Aquarius, please. And we have the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Six of Swords. Now Aquarius, when why comes out, it tells us that over this supermoon period, you are going to be able to get an answer to a very big question you have. A question, my dear Aquarius, that you could have been carrying with you for many weeks or many months. It is something that is coming through from your angels, from your divine team. Something that now needs to be revealed. You need to know the truth in order to move forward. So it's going to be quite a big moment for you. Now the good news is, Aquarius, you are presenting under this message as King of Pentacles. It doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine. It's the energy of King of Pentacles I am speaking about. So we see that you are actually incredibly strong, Aquarius. You are ready to take on and handle the truth coming your way. Perhaps previously, my dear Aquarians, you weren't ready to hear this truth, or this truth could have shaken you up and set you back. But now, coming through as King of Pentacles, somebody who's got a solid head on their shoulders, somebody who is ready to look the truth in the eye, manage it, handle it, and move on from it. So, my dear Aquarians, we see that this truth is coming through in an area where you have been struggling. You have been trying to make something work. You've been giving something. It could be a situation, a relationship, all you've got. You've tried this, you've tried that, you've gone back to the drawing board, reassessed everything. And with the Nine of Wands coming through here, what I see, Aquarius, is that you are simply exhausted by trying so hard. But nothing has gone in vain, because once you get this truth coming through, this big realization, everything changes for you. I do see you moving on from this relationship or situation. And when I say moving on, it's as though you get your deep understanding, a deep realization of, okay, I've done everything I can, and now I need to let go and let God. Now, Aquarius, of course, this is going to come through and affect everybody so differently. A simple example of this would be, say you have been struggling really hard with a sibling. And no matter what you have done, my dear Aquarians, to make this relationship work, you always were confronted with some kind of passive-aggressive, malicious, unkind behavior. But of course, this is family, This is a sibling you're going to try. And you just could not understand that no matter what you did, no matter what you said, it never seemed to have any impact. Over our supermoon period, you could get the answer, the realization, the epiphany that this particular sibling just doesn't want this reconciliation. Perhaps there is just something about you, Aquarius, that they are jealous of, that puts them out, that throws them off. And at this time, the best thing for you to do is to leave it, to move on, focus on you, focus on your life, and whatever will be, will be. Now, of course, it's not easy, especially when you've put in so much time and effort. But you are going to understand that now you must focus on you and what you want in your life. This could be a situation. Perhaps, my dear Aquarians, you have been living in a certain home or neighborhood for a few years, but you just don't feel comfortable in this home. You don't know why. There's no real big reason, but there's something about the energy of the home or the neighborhood that makes you feel uncomfortable. And you have tried so hard. You've furnished your home the best you can. You've tried to make it cozy. You've done the best in terms of trying to meet people in the community, but it just has not gelled. And you could just get a big understanding over our supermoon period that this is not your place. There is somewhere else you're meant to be. And so it's time to pack your bags and move on. These were simple examples. You will know what I'm talking about when we speak about Nine of Wands. Now you will get your understanding and your realization that it's time to move onward and upward, time to take care of you. Right, my dear Aquarians, let's move on now and see what step out of your comfort zone is all about. Right, let us see now what step outside of your comfort zone is all about for Aquarius, please. The Knight of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. My dear Aquarians, this message, step out of your comfort zone, is very connected to our Six of Swords. Here we see you moving, stepping out of your comfort zone. This Nine of Swords could very well be connected to this big why, which you're going to get some kind of understanding. And I do feel for many of my Aquarians, this Nine of Swords could have infiltrated other areas of your life. You know, when one area is a big concern and then other areas start being affected, this energy of sleepless nights and worry and anxiousness and why don't things go my way? Why doesn't my sibling see how good I am and how I'm trying to get our relationship back on track? Why can't I meet people in my community? Can't they see I've got the best intentions? This energy starts to permeate and filter in other areas. However, Aquarius, once you get that deep understanding, so this energy will start to alleviate in all the other areas. I do see you now encompassing the energy of Knight of Swords. You, my dear Aquarians, are about to get incredibly brave, strong, and adventurous. You are about to step right out of your comfort zone. Not only are you stepping out of our Nine of Wands energy, oh no, my dear Aquarians, you are about to do something incredibly big. So it's not just about leaving a relationship that's not working, a situation that's not working. You are going to do something to shake up your life, to bring the joy back in, to bring the possibility, the adventure, and the hope back into your life. You, as working with Knight of Swords, are ready to wield that sword and take a jump right off that cliff, and you are quite open to see where you're landing. Once again, we have Eight of Cups coming in, speaking to us of movement. So we've got Six of Swords, Eight of Cups, and you stepping outside of your comfort zone. What I do see here, Aquarius, is that you are tired of trying so hard with people, relationships, and environments that are not giving you anything in return. And so you are ready to do something big and grand so that you can now experience something quite spectacular and new. The energy I'm seeing here for you, Aquarius, is that not only do you decide, right, I'm leaving this neighborhood and this apartment, but I see you moving perhaps to a new state or a new city, trying a complete new lifestyle change, perhaps moving to a coastal town or a rural village. Or Aquarius, there are going to be many of you who pack your bags and even move countries. If this is now you deciding, you know what, I can't keep knocking my head against a brick wall with this particular sibling, I'm going to let them go for now. Not only do I see you letting them go, but you, my dear Aquarius, are going to move on and focus on your life in a way that you actually sever the cords so that you are free in a way. Doesn't mean that you will never speak to them again, but you putting all your time and attention on you, new relationships, new possibilities, and you truly let this go for now. I think this is going to be an incredibly liberating time for you. Now let us move on and see what answer the call, what is your soul calling for you to do, is all about, and I'm going to get your clarifiers. So you want to see now what this is all about for Aquarius, please. And we have Two of Swords, the Emperor, and Death. Aquarius, I do believe for the longest time, your soul has been calling for you to take big, strong, dramatic action in your life. And because the call is so big and dramatic, I feel many of you have held yourself back in our Two of Swords energy. Do I have what it takes? I'm so exhausted, I'm so depleted with what's going on around me. I'm so stressed and anxious, I can't sleep at night. I'm always feeling so burnt out. I don't think I can manage something so big and grand at this stage of my life. But my dear Aquarians, something so wonderful and so dramatic is about to happen. And this is our death energy. This death energy is speaking to us of the end of Nine of Swords and Nine of Wands. You're going to get your answer, and once that comes in, nothing is going to remain the same again. You know, sometimes, Aquarius, we need that truth to shake us up from the inside out, and when that happens, we are then able to step right out of our comfort zone and into the big wide world. And this is what I'm seeing for you. There is something that I feel many of you have an idea of what you want to do, or some of you are very sure about what you would love to do. Whether it is finding a new significant other to have that meaningful long-term relationship with, moving to a new city, town, or country where you feel invigorated and inspired and motivated about where you're living and with the people around you. Or it could be, my dear Aquarius, that you want to work in something different or learn something different. I feel there is a big calling that needs to be answered, and that you're going to be answering over this time. I love to see you coming through here as the Emperor, because what this tells me is that you, Aquarius, are now going to answer the call so that you can reach your maximum potential. Now, our Emperor energy is the energy of King of Kings. This is incredibly strong. It's accomplished. It's empowered. The Emperor will not settle for circumstances and relationships that cause Nine of Wands and Nine of Swords. The Emperor knows how to rise above it. The Emperor knows how to take a leap of faith into the unknown because he trusts who he is and what he stands for. You are about to let go of anything and anyone that has hurt you and held you back in some way. And my dearest Aquarius, what is waiting for you now is going to be a completely new chapter of your life where you honor who you are, where you want to be, and what you want to do. Wonderful to see. So that is all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you a meaningful supermoon, and I am sending you all so much love.